take a picture of that. No, we have to do this.
No, the camera's working at the moment.
They have to come here to be insulted.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
They're just beating you to it before you get the insults in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be a start.
Andy, you be quiet at the back as well.
I'm going to start. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Paul Spiritualist Christian Spiritualist Church, should I say? I'm already getting it wrong. And welcome to all those online. It's lovely when we all get together. Look at the hat. I mean, it's absolutely packed in here, which is so lovely to see, especially when you think how busy it is over the next few days and all of last week with Christmas. Who's done all their Christmas shopping? Yeah, yeah. Who's still got loads to do? Oh, yes. Good luck.
That was all the men.
So, what we're going to do for now is we're just going to put everything that we need to do to one side. And as we come here and we all unite, and that does include the people online as well, because we can all unite and our energy does all meet up. So, firstly, I want to say a very welcome to you all, but also a very welcome to Jamie Williamson, who is the medium for today. So give him a big hand. Okay, now, Jamie is, I've known Jamie for a number of years now, and he's a lovely medium and a great philosophist. And I have to say, with the philosophy, even if we don't get messages, that philosophy that we hear when the mediums stand up and they speak on behalf of the spirit world and all that they're giving us, we need to take that on board, because it's a message. It's a message. Everything is a message. So, you know, whatever comes through today, whoever comes through, and whatever is said in the philosophy, take it on board, because it means a lot and it means something, and you can help yourself with it, okay? So what I'd like to do now is, Jamie, for you to do the opening prayer, please.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Would you like to join me in prayer? Please close your eyes and take this moment to sit in the silence and to feel the energy. As we are gathered in the name of all that is blessed and all that is true, we ask that those who we know and love that are in spirit draw close. But most of all, we ask and we see and we seek and we are aware of the gratitude of those that we love and the gratitude of ourselves for all that we have, for the roof over our heads, for the warmth, for the food on our tables, for the families that gather at Christmas. These are the blessings. These are the things that we cherish the most. We ask that this service be put to the use of spirit, so that they may add to the joy of Christmas and bring us closer to an understanding of our lives, our purpose, and the life beyond. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Jamie. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is for us all to unite in prayer as we say the Lord's Prayer. So you can take that moment, just get into that space, and we say, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you. Okay, Laurie, just going to do the lighting of the candles now. This is beautiful. I love this, Laurie doing this. I love this.
Thank you. And thank you for chairing today, Andrew. It's going to be wonderful. So, we are now on to our fourth Sunday of Advent. Advent is this special time within the Christian calendar, but also within our own calendar as spiritualists, because each of the candles represent all the gifts of the Spirit that we have. And today's candle is the most important one, probably in the spiritualist, the Christian, and many Orthodox religions. And that is the candle of love. Now, I always say, and we will practice this shortly, extending that love in our healing vibration, giving of ourselves in love. Love is just so important. And we as working mediums on the platform, when we say to you, oh, they say they love you, they're not whispering in your ear, tell her I love her. We get that emotion, and it is so powerful. It is, isn't it? It is so strong. And it is true. Love can move mountains. It is so true. So just pause for that moment while we light the candles and just send out and join in with that love vibration. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Laurie. I think that's really lovely, and Laurie's so right in what he's saying there. It is about love. At the end of the day, it is about love. We can have all the possessions in the world, but if we haven't got that love, we feel it and we notice it. So thank you. And on that topic of vibrations and love and that, we're going to go on to the healing now. So I want you now to just take time out to think of those that are needing healing right now, all over the world, within the country, within your own personal life, and just gather and just stay with the music and send out that healing. And also, if you feel you want to say someone's name, just put your hand up and I will come to you, okay, for you to say that. Thank you, everybody. Could you feel the energy within the room? And we don't realise it just by doing that, by just sending out those healing thoughts and prayers, and even the actions, what we would class as little actions, is sending out healing. And so much can be done by doing this. And without you all realising it, you may not think you're a healer, but you are. Just being there, giving, thinking, part and parcel of the healing. So I'd say thank you very much to everybody. And now I'd like to invite Jamie to come up for his reading and his philosophy.
Okay, thanks. Morning, everyone. Morning. Again. There's a lot of you here today.
Wonderful.
It is wonderful. Yes, yes. Okay. As I was preparing for this talk, or address, or philosophy, whatever you want to call it, I was very mindful of the time of year, which you can't really miss, but it's Christmas. and that everybody's celebrating. And I think Christmas is a very magical time of the year because it brings together so many traditions that have accumulated within our culture over the years. And yesterday was the winter solstice, of course, so that takes us back to our pagan roots and to the celebration of the birth of the sun, literally, and a new year. That was the start of a new year where each day from this point on gets longer, I'm glad to say, and gets warmer, hopefully. And then, of course, we have Advent, which is the Christian celebration of Christmas. And we're surrounded by the material things of Christmas. And, of course, our concern at this stage is about providing for family, meals, celebrations, and all these things are very much on the material level. And I wanted to delve below that and look at the things that really are underpinning, if you like, our way of life. Those things that the Advent calendar talks about peace, about love, about hope, and things that we sort of take for granted in a sense, but are there below the surface. So I have a reading from, and at the moment you'll have to bear with it because it's not clear from the reading where I'm going with it, so that's fine. And it's written by a chap whose name's John O'Donoghue. He was an Irish priest, but he was very much in his works. I feel that he's very much influenced by Eckhart Tolle, and in this reading he makes a reference to that, which I think is really very good. And and not only that, he produced this book, this is taken from, called Blessings, and it's worth. So this is my theme, if you like, is the blessings of Christmas, the obvious ones, but also the spiritual ones that lie beneath the surface. So how we think determines so much of what happens to us. Sometimes we are unaware of the most powerful truths about ourselves. For instance, that each of us has a soul. We go on with our everyday life as if we were dependent completely on our own ability. Though aware of how frail and limited that can be. The world of spirit is strange. It is subtle and concealed. It will wait for our calling. If you never think of your soul but confine it to some vague region of spiritual fantasy, you squander an infinite energy at the heart of your life. Once you awaken to your soul, you know that you are no longer alone, nor are you at the mercy of your own frailty or limitation. Awakening to your soul, you begin to learn another way of being in the world. The old barriers no longer confine you. The old wounds no longer name you. And the old fears no longer claim you. Not that all of this is simple, and not that all it disappears. In some new born-again conversion, a blessing does not ease the difficult, nor does it abolish it, but it does reach deeper to draw into the hidden fruit of the negative. The old patterns do not evaporate, but become transformed under the persuasion of the soul's new affection. The core of the human is not some psychological cellar that holds the crippled shapes of our woundedness and destructive choices, but the soul is the core self that dovetails into the infinite. Eckhart Tolle said that the soul has two faces. One is directed to your life and the other towards God. Our literal lifeline is continuity. With the infinite to realize and to believe, this increases confidence. It can light us up every thought and word and action. Ultimately, thought is the infinite breathing inside the word, Our grounding, in the soul means that regardless of how badly we think of ourselves, there is a wholesomeness in us that no one has ever been able to damage. The intention of friendship, love, prayer is to allow your heart to enter this inner sanctuary where it can again regain its confidence, renew its energy, and quicken with critical and creative vision. The soul is the home of vision. This is the secret heart of the whole adventure of blessing. It is not the invention of what is not there nor there. Glazed eyes believe that in the innocent energy of good, will can alter and destructive. Blessing is more robust and grounded presence. It issues from the confident depth of the hidden self, and the vision and the force can transform what is deadlocked, numbered and inevitable. When you bless someone, you literally call the force of their infinite self into action. So as I say, that was taken from a book called Benedictus, a book of blessings by John O'Donoghue. There's a lot in that, a hell of a lot in that, but I think it's important to realise what is at the basis of it. And it's based on, if you like, the concept that we are so much more than we allow ourselves to be. We have so much more to give than we realise. We have so much more in our lives than we often realise. The love of friends, the friendships, and those things come to us. So, what is the spirit of Christmas? What is the message of Christmas? If you delve into the spiritual side of it, the true message of Christmas goes beyond the material consciousness, the mind, the ego, the self. It addresses the needs of the soul. This is the deeper spiritual meaning of Christmas. This is the true blessing of Christmas. For those who are willing to sit in the silence, go within and connect to the soul. So that is the essence of what I'm trying to say today. Is we look at, for instance, the Advent things, and we look at winter solstice, we look at the carols and the blessings of Christmas. And if you look at the words of the hymns and the carols, there are core elements, if you like. They refer to peace, they refer to love and to hope and to joy. These are the blessings that we give to others. When we wish someone a Merry Christmas, we're in fact actually giving a blessing. A prayer is a blessing. A carol is a prayer. It's a circular thing in the sense that when we wish someone well, no matter which form we use it, it is a blessing. And a blessing is a transference of love, of compassion, of an ability that we have to give healing. These things come from those. So when we wish someone peace, what are we actually asking for, or we're wishing for them? Being at peace is about acceptance. Acceptance of the world as it is, acceptance of ourselves and what we are, and acceptance of those around us. Often we talk of friendship and families. Friendships are often more meaningful because we have acceptance from friends, whereas family, we don't always have acceptance from family. So being at peace is about being aware of that inner strength that we have, and not being at peace in a busy world is still being at peace. You don't have to sit in the silence to be at peace. Love is about sharing, caring, compassion and friendship. These are the things that we say when we talk about love at Christmas. Hope is about seeing the light in the darkness, knowing that tomorrow will be better than today, It's not some vain attempt to wish into effect something that is not there. Hope is recognition that within everything, even the darkness, there is light. Even within those that have done terrible things, there is always a redeeming feature. Eckhart Tolle, for instance, talks about the ability of the supraconscious, he calls it, and the ability of the soul to see beyond the physical world that we live in, to address another reality, to be in that reality, to understand that within that reality there is no gender, there is no right or wrong, there is simply a way of seeing the universe as it is. We come here to learn, and with that there has to be right and wrong. If everything was perfect, we would learn nothing, and we would go away no better than we came. Joy comes from gratitude, comes from forgiveness, generosity and humour. These are the true joys in our lives. Pleasure is a thing of the body, of the mind, of the ego, whereas joy is a spiritual gift. So when we wish joy to people, we're giving a spiritual message. So in summary, Christmas is a time of carols, prayers and blessings, a time of remembrance of loved ones and friends, a time to gather and reminisce. Even though we still mourn the physical loss of family and friends and loved ones, be always mindful of the fact that they are still with us in our Christmas celebrations. They are with us. If we make conscious efforts to remember them, they will join us, and we experience the peace, the love and the joy of all those happy Christmases past. Simply remember, we're never alone, that one day we too will be reunited with our loved ones. Thank you very much.
That was really, really lovely, Jamie. And it's, you know, do you know what it's just done for me? It's reminded me to take a stop, to take a breath and to think, yeah, things need to get done. But actually, what's really lovely is what's underneath all of what the panic and all of this stress to get ready for Christmas. It is about that love. It is about recognising that what we think, we become what we think. We can stress ourselves out that way. If we hold grudges, very often it may be in our heart, but it's also in our head, within our attitude. And I think you've just hit on absolutely everything there. And it just reminds us, do you know what? We're more than just a human trying to survive this world. We're spiritual. We're a spiritual soul surviving this. And if we listen to that soul, because our soul is talking to us all the time. And I think you hit on that really, really well. And it's about listening to that and really feeling that. And I could see as we were all looking around, you know, I was looking around and seeing everybody, and the beauty and the tranquility within you all was absolutely fantastic to experience. So well done, well done. Thank you. So now we're going to have excuse me, the hymn. You have your paper, and there's going to be a collection also. For the hymn. There's going to be a collection also. Marguerite's going to come round and collect. Laurie's in charge of the stereo because he knows I'd get it wrong. does bring us up, it does raise us, doesn't it? So, firstly, let me just say thank you so much for the donations. As Laurie always reminds us every week, and I think it's lovely because he always says the thanks, you know, it does keep the doors open to the church. And my God, he has these doors open 7 days a week. So, you know, so thank you all so much. And now I'd like to pass over to Jamie.
Okay, thank you for that. Thanks. Where are we? Don't always come straight away. Just to see. Now I know it's Christmas, but somebody's got a sense of humour here. I'm seeing a reindeer. And a Father Christmas. Now, I'm not aware, I have no idea where this is going at the moment. Okay. I have a gentleman with me, who draws close, who loved Christmas and would decorate and would go over the top with the decorations. And really would dress up as Father Christmas, and everything had to be just right. There just had to be everything in its place. And he was very particular about Christmas and about it done. And the table set for Christmas would be large, and it would be overflowing with food. He's setting the scene very nicely, and I can see it all, and I can see there's a large family, and there's got to be at least, sorry, I'm counting, there's got to be at least about 10 or 12 people around this table. It was a really big table, and for him this was the time of the year, the gathering and the memories of people. And I've got the name John being called at the moment, so I'm not sure where we are with this. Got very much the sense that John is the person he wants to talk to. Is there a John with us? And he comes in remembrance of these times, and so there's a John connected here, so I'm not sure where we are. Okay. I've got a feeling I'm in this area. Does any of this mean anything to the?
There's a lady there.
Yeah, I can. The lady in the red.
Yeah.
You're saying yes. John, to start with. There's John ringing any bells. Is this the gentleman, or is this someone else he's talking about?
That's my brother who's not gone past.
And does this fit?
That would be his family.
Yeah, and the big family,
Oh, yes.
certainly at Christmas,
Yeah.
and the gathering, and the love of Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah, even down to the sherry whilst he was cutting the turkey.
And a bit
Yeah.
more.
He literally comes with so much love. I'm almost overwhelmed by this feeling of joy that he's got. He certainly knew how to enjoy family gatherings.
Yes.
He was in it, the preparation, everything would be meticulously worked out
Yep.
weeks before. And then people would say, you know, woe betide you if you dare not turn up, if you had some excuse for not being there.
They
I'm like,
always turned up.
yeah, they always turned up. This was an obligation that you had to meet. Yeah. Is really a wonderful chap, and even at Christmas dinner we'd wearing the Santa outfit.
We love it.
Yep, that's it. And it is literally just that. That's why he's here.
Yeah.
And he said, keep a place for me at the table. Have you done that?
There will be.
Yep. Keep a place for the table, because I will be there. I will know that who is still not there when they should be, because I think there is one person in particular that might not be there. Is that right?
Could be.
Yeah. Yeah, he's saying this is wonderful, and he likes that you've kept the tradition, and that you know, because it means so much to him and meant so much to him
Yes.
to be there, and not to be sad for his passing. He is, how can I put this? He is where he's supposed to be at this point. His life on earth, he achieved the things he wanted to achieve.
Yes.
And his soul is literally the thing that drives our leaving. And with him, he's saying that he is content where he is.
That's good.
And he knows that he is missed. And he is around, especially the younger members of the family, because there have been difficult times with them recently. So really he comes with this message of Christmas,
Yes.
of plenty of love, of celebration, celebrating life, and of the opportunity for people to get together and to share. This is what he was always about, and still is, and he will be there. A tradition of lighting candles he's making me aware of at the moment.
Yeah.
Did you have Advent candles? Is this what he's talking
Well,
about?
we do.
Yeah, because he's saying that tradition. That's what he likes. You've kept the traditions going. And he will be there. And have no fear, he says. He is happy.
Good.
Yeah. He knows that it would have been difficult for him to remain.
I think so.
And so I think that's it. He's gone as quick as he came. Bless you, thank you. That one was difficult to do because it's so obvious Christmas, but there you go.
The evidence was fantastic.
Thank you. Who do we have? Yeah, well, this is my little mind which I have to keep a lot of control of. I do have a lady with me, definitely, who's not making her presence known that much at the moment. She comes in a different sense of peace. This is clearly going to be the theme for the evening. She comes with, she has a sense of peace, a sense of calmness that she brings as she draws close to me, and she appears in the vision that I'm getting, as it were, is that she's quite slim, a person, and she's again here for family. And I've got very much a sense of a sister. She's either a sister or she's come for a sister. Well, she would be a sister, wouldn't she, if she was coming for a sister? And I've got very much a sisterly vibration here, in the sense of the word, that it feels like a sister relationship, sister-sister relationship. This is a close relationship. This is a relationship where there was a lot of understanding between the person that I want to speak to and this lady. She's not someone that is gushing or over the top. She was a very quiet person, a very serene person in life, and wants very much to pass on this idea. Right, I'm going to sense I'm in this area here, somewhere over this side. I'm getting the name Doris called at the moment. Does anyone know where this links with a Doris? So it may not be this lady that's named Doris. So yes, I come from a sister. So am I with someone here? Because I get a feeling I'm with someone here. Can anyone take a sister in spirit? I'm over this way then.
Jamie.
Sat-nav's not brilliant.
Jamie, I can take a sister in spirit. I can
Yes.
take the name Doris.
Oh.
I can't take the name. I can't take the kind of gentleness about her.
Yeah, this is a definite feeling of calm,
yeah.
serenity.
I can't take the gentleness.
The gentleness.
No, I can't take the serenity.
I'll have to. We'll keep going here. She's got quite a sense of humour, this lady.
Yes.
a wry sense of humour.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling drawn to you more than I am to you, but both keep listening. It's almost as if she's presenting herself as that, as a way of a joke. If she's not a serene person, then this is something that she would. Does it make sense to you? Can you understand if that she would be someone that would sort of tease you quite a bit? No. That's a no. Right, I'm way off then.
I'm a yes.
You're a yes. Well, you see, you can see why, because it doesn't look good giving messages to your friends, does it?
I'm quite happy to forego and for you to go on.
No,
to
well,
somebody
she's
else.
here, and if it's who I think it is. Again, there's this very, how can I say, wry sense of humour.
Yes, she did have a good sense of humour.
Yeah. She would.
When she's in the mood.
Yeah, exactly. When she's in the mood, she would literally give you, I'm calm and I'm collected, and that she was anything but calm and collected. This is your sister, yes. And do I know this lady?
You
No.
didn't know her personally.
No. But she's been through before.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to forego that and go on to somebody else, I'm quite happy to.
No, she's here. And she's insistent on being here because she's got stronger now. I've placed, but she's saying, try as she may, she could never hold it together.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, she could never hold it together. Life seemed to slip through her fingers, and opportunities that she regretted not taking were offered, and kindness was offered, and support was offered, but she was not able to accept it
Yeah.
because she was someone who was, how can I put it, not at ease with herself,
That's right.
and she could not admit that.
No.
There was this very strange mix of proudness and vulnerability. And
Yeah.
she says, you know that, you're aware of that, but you still loved her.
Oh, absolutely.
And despite all the ups and downs, which I'm sorry, I'm aware of
Yes.
some of the things, all the ups and downs, she could never quite stay on track.
Yep, that's right.
And she knows you still think of her,
Yep.
especially at certain times of the
Yep.
year. Because is there an anniversary just passed?
There's an anniversary coming up.
Coming up, right. There's an anniversary coming up. And it's at this time of the year, particularly when you think of her and send thoughts to her. And those thoughts are of love. And she said, don't regret. You did everything you possibly could.
Oh, bless her. Bless her.
And she knows that now, and she is working on being more serene and calm.
She would like that, actually.
But she finds that very
I
difficult
was
to
going to say
do.
she won't master it.
It's not her way. Or she would say, it's not my way.
Yeah.
My way is, which is a family trait, she tells me. My way is to confront issues full on. And
Yeah.
yeah. And she's saying, you know as well as I know,
Yeah?
it isn't always the best way.
No, it's not.
But yeah, she thanks you for your advice and your support.
Oh, bless her.
Not that she ever took any notice of your advice. She's telling me. But there's love here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
A lot.
there's love.
A lot.
And many tears were shed. But that's all in the past.
Yeah, absolutely.
She has other things to contend with. There are other members of the family that need her help.
Okay. Yep. Yes.
Yes, you are aware.
Yes.
And she is there for them and will always support them. I leave her with your love.
Thank you.
The other way round. Both ways.
Yeah,
really.
both ways, yeah. You can leave it with my love as well.
Bless you. That was heavy. I have to say that lady has come through before, so I am aware of some things. So,
Yeah.
and that's always difficult, which is why there's
Yes.
hesitation. Okay, who have we got?
But you never knew of the anniversary.
Sorry?
You never knew of the anniversary.
No, probably not.
You
No, I
didn't?
can't remember. Can't remember anything standing up here. I've got that. I love this. I've just suddenly got this name being called out, Jonas. Now, who have we got? Jonas, which is a very I think it's an unusual name. Certainly, I don't. If anyone knows the name of Jonas, is being called out. There we go. So I've got a gentleman. Let's me say that of a younger age group, and I always say everybody's younger than me. So of a younger age group. Very much the lad, very much in the front of things. You know, he was if there was something going on, he would be there, and very much someone that enjoyed life, and certainly burnt the candle at both ends to a certain extent. Hence, he had a shorter life than probably he would have done if he'd have been a more careful person. So he wants to speak to, and I've got the sense of a lady he would particularly wants to speak to, a younger lady. So does anyone know the name Jonas, or is a connection with someone called Jonas? No? Or there's a Jonas in the family. Jonas is, and I'm sure it's Jonas. The other name, of course, is Johannes, but I don't think there's that one. Sorry, did someone? No? Let's see where we get further. Where are we? Show me who we are. I get a feeling far in the distance there, towards the back row. Is there any connection here? Anyone place that young man? Forget the name for the moment, but a young person that's passed a spirit that's very much, I say young, he'd be in his, probably in his 30s, 40s, when he passed. Someone that very much lived life to the full, to the last minute, literally, and was instrumental in his passing. No, let this gentleman go if I can't place him. No one. So I say, forget the name for the moment. Yeah. He's here for someone. Someone he's here for. It could be his sister. I'm looking for a sister of someone connected to this gentleman. No, I'll have to let him go.
I didn't want to speak up, but I do know of a baby Jonas.
Ah, baby Jonas. Yeah, because the name was first thrown out, literally. And anything of this gentleman, can you understand?
I can find out more, but I do know the grandparents and the family.
Yeah.
Baby Jonas.
Baby Jonas. Okay, I will just feel into
Sorry,
that.
just-
No, don't apologise. Just feel into that. Have there been issues around this baby, the birth, that you're aware of? 'Cause
There are issues connected to
Yeah,
part of the family. Yeah.
yeah. That's where this gentleman's coming from, and that's a tricky one. But this is it's about giving somebody a message, in a sense. If I can work with him. Yeah, there is. Okay, he's not come through before. It's difficult for him to come through. There is very much an issue with, as I say, within the family, and the name Jonas obviously is the link to all that. And there's about his passing, because it's a recent passing, and the members in the family will be aware of this, and there is a lot of misunderstanding about what happened and how he passed, and what it was that he passed with, and in another sense, how he passed is still sort of not they're not aware of how he managed to pass. There's a lot of misunderstanding. I have to stand back. He's getting too close. I'm getting. He really just wants to say, "I am here. I am well." He accepts his role in his passing, and wants, if you can pass the message on to say that he is. I don't know if you can do that, but there is.
I think I can.
Yeah, that he is around, that he is not lost, and that he is safe and well where he is, and they are not to, because there's so much still going around in someone's mind, and I get a feeling it's a sister, or there's it's someone in particular is having difficulty coming to terms with his passing because of the confusion about how he passed and who and the manner of his passing, which he's not giving me. I tell a lie, yes. And it's very much, this is some sort of accident within, like a motor or a motorcycle, I've got very much. And because it happened late at night, there's nobody really knows what happened. That's what he's trying to get across. So if I can leave that with you. But his message is he is fine. Yeah. And that was just one of those things. Split decision was the wrong decision. Okay. I know it's difficult when it's someone else. But the message is for someone else. Thank you for taking that, because I knew it was here for somebody. It's not always easy to place when people can't place it. I have a lady with me, and she would have passed later in life, and she's very much someone who was very concerned about the family and making sure the family had everything they needed and she was the centre of the home. And later in life she put some weight on, but she was she comes across as someone who is quite calm, quite joyous in fact, and takes things in her stride, and has got and would have been someone that you went to for advice in life. She's someone who would really know what was happening within the family. I've got names tonight, and I've got the name Alex being called, so I'm not sure whether that's her name or that's someone that she wants to speak to. She was very much the matriarch of the family. People would gather round, and she would very, very simple life that she had, and she was, again, I'm not getting the connection. It's not actually someone's mother as slightly off that line to be an aunt or someone that was within the family, but everybody still went to her. There was someone that they confided in. Not giving me a lot more. Christmas time for her was a simple time. She didn't believe in a lot of Christmas decorations. She believed in simple Christmas. She celebrated it simply and spent a lot of time on her own. So I have got someone's either grandmother, or aunt. So it's one step removed from mother. Can anyone place this lady? I know there's not a lot to go on at the moment. No. These sea of blank faces. She lived in what would look like terraced houses, certainly, and she was very well known to the neighbours, and she knew everybody in the area that she lived, because it was like a community in the sense that she would, and she showed me for some reason the entrance to the house has got a black wrought iron gate, and there's a low wall and a hedge or something, and the garden was very neat, particularly at the front, because she knew the neighbours would see that, and it was important to keep up standards. So this is someone's grandma.
There's somebody over the back there, Jamie.
Hi, I can't see you right in the back. Give me a large shout. Hi. Do you understand this?
Yes, I do, but didn't know the lady very well.
Right. But it's, yeah, well, obviously she's someone's grandma, but not your grandma then. Oh, it was your grandmother. Sorry, right. The wrought iron gate. Yeah, she's showing me that, and she's leaning on it as she stands there, and the little brick wall and the hedge. And the house was, well, she says, "You take me as you find me." That's very much her motto, yeah. And she was a quiet soul, but I've got very much this sense she spent a lot of time on her own. She was isolated. Does that make sense? No. Well, the fact that you don't know her suggests that, there wasn't close links with grandparents, because there's this feeling that the family moved away, or there's some separation. Can you understand that? It's either an emotional separation or a physical separation.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I was very young when she passed.
Ah, right, okay then. And if you went round this lady's house, there wouldn't be a lot of ornaments. It was the whole thing is simple. There's very much this feel that there's, she doesn't believe in a lot of clutter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and which is unusual for her age, because they collected a lot of ornaments generally, but hers was not like that at all, and it was almost not clinical, but certainly it didn't feel that homely. No, that's fine. Again, at this time of the year, she's come through because there is some get together. That's obviously it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Saying the obvious. There's a get together where she will be mentioned,
Okay.
and there are skeptics in the family, but she wants you particularly, because she's got an eye on you, to speak your truth,
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
because there is certainly this issue of people trying to put you down and saying that it's nonsense, it's rubbish, but she wants you to speak your truth,
Okay. Yeah.
and it's important that you do, because there is someone else within the family who's sort of not sure, and you being confident in saying what you believe will give them confidence, because you're saying you don't realise how much people do actually listen to what you have to say, because you often feel you're battling against other people's stronger opinions. She's saying hold your ground. And it's some sort of get together at Christmas, obviously.
Yeah.
This will come up. And you will be given an intro, if you know what I mean by that. You'll suddenly think this is the time to speak, and you can speak. So she says, although we didn't know each other very much in life, she has been following you, and and is very pleased with the things that you are doing, especially for being yourself,
Oh, thank you.
which has not always been easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, if I can leave her love with you, really,
Yeah, thank you.
because there is a warmth in this lady. Although she lived a simple life, it was a very what's the word I want? Loving
Yes,
relationship. Bless you. Thank you.
thank you.
No, all right. Carry on. Or is that?
No, that's it. That's fine. That's lovely.
Oh, right.
Thank you,
I'm
Jane.
done,
Yes,
I think.
You're done.
Thank you for listening.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well done. There's some lovely messages there. Some lovely, and you know, it's just proof. You know, when you hear the messages, you know, it's like you remember then that they are still alive. Their spirit lives on. Their soul lives on. It's only the body that has gone. So when we call them, you know, they're there. They're with us. You know, and they support us, they guide us, and I think your messages were saying that, and I love the way that, I love the evidence. I thought the evidence was really good. But yeah, so just keep that in mind about the loved ones that you have lost over, you know, a period of time, or even so close to Christmas this year, you know. Keep in mind they're never really that far away. You know, they're never really that far away. And just say their names, they'll be around. And raise a glass to them on Christmas Day, because you know, they will be at that table in their own little way. And just remember that, okay? And remember their love. Even if it wasn't always the best of relationships, they've come forward with a message for you to say that they're showing that they're there to support you the best way they can. And I think it's about remembering that as well. So thank you, Jamie. You really brought that forward.
Thank you.
Okay, so now it is notices. So I have them here. I don't know if you want to come up, Laurie, because in case can I just read them out? You don't. He's on strike. Okay, so the notices. Monday night, there's healing at 7:15. Obviously, all is welcome. Christmas Eve service at 5 p.m. That sounds really lovely. I would be here, but I'm waiting for my son to come home. I'm sorry, my son comes first. Otherwise, I would have been here actually, because that sounds really lovely. Christmas Day lunch for anyone alone or struggling. This is just so lovely to do. This is just so lovely to do. So, you know, within the community, people are not alone, and it just shows, doesn't it? So I think, you know, that's fantastic. Saturday the 28th, evening of mediumship with Mark Stone and Lawrence. I reckon that's going to be a good one between the pair of them. New Year's Eve, gong baths with Scania Price at 4 p.m. or 6 p.m. That's my fault, because I should have said phones off at the very beginning, and I didn't, so I do apologise for that. So there's a phone gone off. You know, so, and then there is a short pause before reopening on January the 8th, and that's a beginner's circle at 7 p.m. So if there's anybody there that's really in that place where they're wanting to start to develop what they feel that they have inside them, this is the place to do it. It's really, you know, so if you just encourage yourself to do it for yourself and for spirit. We can never have too many people working for the spirit world. So, after that, Jamie, can you give the closing prayer, please?
I can, certainly. Would you like to join me once again, ladies and gentlemen? Heavenly Father, Spirit Divine, we'd like to thank you for this opportunity to gather, to be a group, to be a force for good. We give thanks for all those that came close, for those that gave messages, for those that simply gave us their support over the period that we're here. I ask that the healing we have created in this space, the energy that we use and create, be used for healing for those in difficult circumstances. My thoughts and wishes for health and happiness go out to all those in the world in areas of strife, of famine, and especially those in Magdeburg, who are at this moment grieving for so many injured and the lives lost in what is an undeniably difficult time for those. And we send healing for all those in worn, torn areas, and for those of our family that are unable to join us, send out healing and thanks for the lives that we have, for the comforts that we have and the blessings that we have. Amen.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thank
Thank
you.
you everyone for coming along, and all those online for being part of this as well. Thank you for being a great audience, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.
Difficult tonight.
Keep saying tonight, you think this evening tonight. It's in the morning.
It's dark. It's a bit dark.
Nerve-wracking, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I've always wanted to do it though. I've always wanted to do it. But you know, there's things now that sustain in my mind. Like I should have mentioned the phone. I normally do that. Thank you for having us here. Well done.
Yes, Saturday the 28th.
Yeah.
And there were people there that
7 o'clock.